Hello, my monstrosities. Hello once again. Today I bring to you a little bit of a discussion about patch notes 13.0. So, they finally buffed Sentinels and Initiators, and I have a couple of thoughts here. First, I guess I'll start by being negative, because why did this take so long? Like, it's all just slight number tweaks. We outright just took some agent's functionality and completely changed it. Now, I understand, right? You'd be like, no, you couldn't have done too many things because of London. But, like, these were problems since before Santiago. And they, like, changed how characters completely worked between Yoru, Waylay, and Neon. So it's odd that out of all that time of actually like doing like major changes to the game where teams had to then completely change their game plan, that number tweaks for these just couldn't have been any sooner than 13.0. They were like, we were just waiting. But I guess I get like they needed some feedback on some of the other changes of the game. I understand that point, but it is still weird that like you fundamentally changed some characters. Meanwhile, these are just number tweaks. These could have come at any point in time. I don't think that you needed to wait all the way to a 13.0. But on the more positive note, excuse me, let's go through them and talk about it a little bit. So also first up, I blame Eli. I blame Eli. I think that the anything that was a part of the fucking triple Sentinel comp is why nothing happened. Meanwhile, the rest got like stuff. So Cypher, the trap wire, reduced windup from zero point 0.9 seconds to zero point 0.7 seconds. I guess. I guess. I don't think that it's the thing that Cypher needed, but admittedly, what did Cypher need? I feel like there's some things that could have been done here to actually boost the kit, longer times on the reveals, longer times for the cages to be up. Those could have actually like helped Cypher. The trap wire, it's kind of whatever. They did it to claim that they did buff Cypher. I don't now at the same time, did Cypher need that much of a buff? Time will tell. I can't say that Cypher was as bad as the other ones with the reported death of Yoru, but I don't know. This one just feels kind of yucky. Then one that feels yucky for the opposite reason, where it's just like, what are we doing? So Killjoy, the turret rate of fire is increased by 50%. The nano swarm duration is increased from 4 seconds to 5 seconds. And the alarm bot is like speedy than a motherfucker now. Movement speed increased by 50%. Okay, so out of all the things that I would have expected for Killjoy, I would have just expected her range to get bigger, not necessarily take it away. I think that's what some people want it to do. I feel like you should have just had more room to play with Killjoy's things. And I don't hate these, except for one. The turret rate of fire increased by 50% is kind of whatever, because once people see it, they shoot it. So, like, oh no, a second burst of shots for chip damage? I don't know what that really affects, but I guess this does make the outlaw a little bit more of a threat, where this should take you down to outlaw range, I would imagine. And I'm skipping this next one to go to the alarm bot movement speed increased by 50% because why? Like, again, that's kind of crazy. It's not, I don't think it affects much on the grand scale of things, but it's such an odd thing. Like, this one definitely could have been just the range increase of where you can operate the alarm bot. I don't know. I guess that'll play effect. People will get vulnerable quicker or more likely to be vulnerable, I suppose. Whereas, like, all right, you got to have quick reactions to get rid of it. That's fine, I guess. Then we come to one that I do think is a bit of a what the fuck are we doing here? Nano swarm duration increased from 4 seconds to 5 seconds. means that there's more stall. And that's not the problem that I have with this. I think that, yeah, Killjoy being able to stop a push for one more second is a very good thing. The problem becomes where this is post plant util. And now, if you do it right, that's 10 seconds of post plant denial that others just don't have. Like Brim to achieve that needs ult, right? Like that's kind of crazy that they gave so much to that. Like that, I'm going to say it's going to sound pretty stupid in relation to the rest of these things about how much timing matters for some of these things. But surprisingly, I think that 1 second here makes a huge difference compared to some things that are relatively more seconds cut, but I think of a less of a difference. But Killjoy looks pretty good now. I'm I want to know why Killjoy. Like I guess they just missed Killjoy. They did this whole arc with Sage and shit, and they were like, yeah, you know what? We haven't had a lot of crazy Killjoy moments. And to be fair, how many crazy Killjoy moments have we had in the game overall? Not saying like Killjoy's been like useless or anything. Like Killjoy has been the Sentinel for some metas, but you have like crazy Cypher plays that go off. You have crazy Sage plays that go off, like end up hitting a clip. Maybe Killjoy does need a little bit more time to hit a clip. Maybe. Then we come to Veto. And this one is where I'm annoyed, but I'm happy at the same time. I'm annoyed because they included the Interceptor. Like, hey, we're going to do changes to the Interceptor. And I figured they would do something functionally, like change something about its functionality, given that they waited so long to see that this agent has consistently been amongst the bottom 5 agents as far as win rate goes. Um, Looking across both ranked and pro play. Now, pro play, it is really just like, wow, all of you are like horrible at using this agent. It's not that hard, like just stupid shit. But ranked, I guess, whatever. Sometimes ranked agents like Sage. I don't know what's with pro players' minds. Either way, Vito's been struggling by most metrics for a while. So for there to be like oh, we need to fix Vito, I wouldn't have expected you to just reduce the numbers when you could have done that a week after release when he was struggling. So Interceptor, reclaim cooldown reduced from 30 to 20. I think this is still too long so far because now you can get to the other site quick. Thankfully, you can be there, and my biggest problem for all of this veto power fantasy rotate between sites thing was that people were trying to get from A to C, but you weren't at C. You were waiting outside of C, the hit was coming in, and you still had to wait for the retake. That was my biggest thing with all this, whatever. So, thankfully, Crosscut having the usable area increased from 24 meters to 30 meters, and the arming time after placing was reduced from 1.5 seconds to 0.75 seconds. Great. Love that part. The interceptor cooldown I don't love too much because still at 20 seconds, if I am accurately on the other side in time, I need that to be like the same as using fucking. And this is the thing where it's like, how does Cypher or like a deadlock situation? Actually, I can't even remember deadlock's full functionality, but like, how does Cypher get away with pulling the trap wires and shits to like dodge shock darts and everything and get completely rearmed or whatever? Yeah, I guess the cam is the more like, oh, the cam got reduced, but like you're trying to get the interceptor in a place to stop the hit. So from the moment of me knowing about the hit to getting over there to being in there to place the interceptor in a spot to help my team, it's a bit odd that it requires you to like just or the team to hold on for 20 seconds before that. So I guess they really want you to look at either veto as truly secondary sentinel where you can have like Sage slows or something holding you at Sage Wall and slows. Like maybe you really do go the 100 Thieves route. Or maybe a hybrid of Fanatics, Vice KO, and instead it's Vice Veto. I don't know. You need like some hard stall for 20 seconds for you to get the interceptor value out from reclaiming it. Or maybe, just maybe, something like a Brim. I know people would point to Viper, but I do think with this past tournament, especially with London, people are really seeing what I meant by Viper is kind of overrated as hell because it's just 10 decay. Don't get me wrong, the ability to like just block off complete vision and play with that and then get some good lurks and everything, great. But it's not the same stall that old Viper was. There's one pit, sorry, not one pit. There's one snake bite. I was thinking spit. There's one snake bite, and then the decay is, takes 10 away, but you could just go through that shit. So it's not the same, like, oh no, here comes the other one. Vito is going to be weird with some of the team comps. However, that's only talking really about the interceptor timing. I think that this crosscut really does lend well because now you can actually you can also get the fuck off the site. There are sites now that you can actually get off of compared to being in this weird half spot. The main one I'm thinking about right now is Haven C. If you play backup boxes, or backup plat, sorry, like uh off of plat, like you would have to kind of shimmy your way out to be able to get off site with that teleport, placing it in a reasonable spot, right? Now you can place it at the same spot, but you can actually play plat, so that's pretty good. So I love the crosscut change. The arming time, why the fuck was it ever 1.5 seconds? Is really one of those mind-boggling ones. Like, I don't understand why Riot keeps wanting to make everybody but Duelist so terribly clunky to use, and then wonder, guys, our game is just full of duelists. Like I don't really get that one because it's like you just keep making everybody else's pullout time, arming time, equipment time, reload time, not reload, but all the other shit, re-equip time. So much longer for every other class of agent, and then it's like, well, no wonder the game just wants to be three duelists. We fucked every other class. So Veto down to 70.75 seconds. Great. Sage, healing orb. Self heal over time from 50 to 100. Uh, Glad that that happened. I really think that the 50 was overkill anyway. Don't really give a fuck what bronze players are doing with Sage. Really don't. Like I don't care if the Sage Jet Discord Kitten combo is finally able to heal one another. Like or heal themselves and then help carry. Don't really care. And then comes to the most useless one that I'm like, this definitely could be more, is Deadlock. Cooldown from a minute to 50. Now, this is where it's like, that's 10 seconds. You were just bitching about Nanoswarm for 1 second. This is what I mean probably the most, same with Interceptor. Take it in comparison to minutes and the thing that's happening. Nanoswarm, you only have so much time to diffuse the spike, right? So if there's 10 seconds of you not able to touch the spike from the moment it's planted, that's a lot of time off. Compare that to Veto Interceptor, you went from being able to reclaim and put up the interceptor twice in a minute to now three times, on perfect cooldowns. Cool. Deadlock went from 1 minute to 1 minute. Like this isn't really great. And yeah, you can say, oh, but we've seen Deadlock used as like an initiation tool. Right. That's perfectly fine. But come on now. Come on now. Which brings me to the initiators. We need to just, they need to give up on this idea. I don't know why we are treating Sova Fade Sky the same as Breach and KO. It's not. It's fucking not. It's not. And this pisses me off so bad. Breach Stun, KO Knife are drastically worse then Silva Fade Sky. They should be able to have the stopping power for your team. They should be able to have that. They should be able to initiate and stop because they aren't information. Well, KO, right, Knife sure has some information. And I guess if you fucking die in ult, there's information. Um, but this is completely different. This is a completely different need being fulfilled. We don't need all the initiator cooldowns to be the same one. This one pisses me off to high hell, which is why Deadlock is sitting there at 60 to 50 because, oh, we made an initiator sentinel. But, alright, dude, come on now. Gecko going from 20 to 15, I guess it's better. Um, but truly, the thing that Gecko needs help with is the amount of health on these shits, especially Thrash. Like, that is like that needs help. Like it needs to feel like an ult, not just I got a Skydog this turn and I can do it again. Like it needs to be a threatening ult. Um, and I feel like Dizzy, one bullet is fine, but I would love to see a world where Dizzy takes two. Wingman, kind of the same thing. I want there to be pressure out of these abilities. I do like that Mosh is now able to be picked up. Cool. He went to boot camp. That's fine. You know, whatever. And then random Omen Stray. I'm not even going to talk about it, but like, I don't know. And then they wonder, why is everybody picking Clove? Oh, like I don't really get it. Um, I don't know why we're continuously touching Omen. Yes, in pro play, people use Omen because you can get the fuck out of danger and get to the other side. Much like, oh wait, shit, Vito, Chamber, Yoru. Oh my gosh, it all makes sense. And then the other one that people play is Astra because I can fucking do something. So I don't know. I like the Vito crosscut change. The Sage change. I don't know why we keep going back and forth on that one. Just let her heal herself. Don't really know. We have like two other healers. Restrictions, like I don't know why we need this restriction. It just hey, and that's my whole healing spiel overall. They're like, yeah, I get it. It's weird when an agent can be at full health after getting shot. But guess what? You're playing a game where headshots actually just take you out. This isn't Apex or like COD, where it might take a couple of bullets and there's like no insta kill. I mean, I guess even in COD there is an insta kill, but hey, you can just like let people get rewarded for playing well and surviving to receive a heal, if even if that heal is self-initiated. So that's that one. Cipher, whatever. Killjoy, kind of what the fuck are we doing? Deadlock, please, what the hell are we doing? Help Deadlock. Not saying that it needs the most help, but this grab net cooldown can be shorter because you are a Sentinel. If you miss the fucking net, guess what? You stopped your Sentinel thing. So overall, they're moving in a better direction, but I really don't know why this took so long. So yeah, if you liked the video, like it. Got a comment for me, comment. And until next time, peace out, my monstrosities.